Hey everyone, I'm going to work out question number 16 from chapter 9, section 3, surface area of cylinders. And it's this problem here that talks about this instrument, which is called a gonza. So it is going to ask you to find the surface area of each of the two labeled gonzas. You have your smaller one and your larger one. And then it wants us to know the weight of the larger gonza when it's proportional to the smaller one, and the smaller one weighs 1.1 pounds. So we're going to find the surface area of our cylinders, and then we're going to set up a proportion to find out the weight. This one's very similar to one of the ones I gave you in the notes earlier in the week, so you can go back and watch that one. It was dealing with recycling and money and that kind of stuff. I believe it was a can of peas and a can of tomatoes. So you can go back and check that one out as well. I have it written here. Again, not nearly as pretty as the book, but it's going to work. We know the height of the smaller gonza is 10 centimeters, and it gave us the diameter, which is 3.5 centimeters. But remember, we need to use the radius. So I divided that by 2 and got 1.75. And then my larger gonza here with a height of 24.5 centimeters, diameter of 5.5 centimeters, so that has a radius of 2.75. So the first things that we're going to do is just simply find the surface area of each of them. All right, so the surface area of the smaller one, again, so we'll start with the small one. Surface area is equal to 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. I'm pretty sure you probably have that memorized now because I say it every time and write it every time. 2 pi, the radius is 1.75 squared plus 2 pi 1.75 for the radius, and the height is 10. Simplify this out, 1.75 times 1.75 times 2. So we have 6.125 pi plus 2 times 1.75 times 10 is 35 pi. And that's equal to 41.25 pi centimeters squared. We'll leave it in terms of pi because we'll want to use that when we work our proportion, but question A does ask for the surface area, so we will calculate it out using 3.14 for pi. This is 129.1 centimeters squared. So that's the surface area of your small instrument. All right, now we can come over here and find the surface area of the large instrument. Again, surface area equals 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Make sure you can see okay. That's equal to 2 times pi. Radius is 2.75, so 2.75 squared plus 2 times pi. I'm going to have to squeeze this all in here. Times 2.75 times the height is 24.5. Sorry, I hope that works for you guys. I know it's a little messy. And that's equal to 2.75 squared times 2 is 15.125 pi plus 2 times 2.75 times 24.5 is 134.75 pi. So in terms of pi, the surface area of our larger instrument is 149.875 pi centimeters squared, and that's approximately 470.6 centimeters squared. So these are your answers to part A, the surface area of your smaller instrument and the surface area of your larger instrument. Part B, I'm sure that's where you got stuck. It's all about setting up a proportion. We know that the weight of the smaller instrument here is about 1.1 pounds. Notice I'm saying about. We're gonna have to do a lot of approximating here. So if I set up a proportion and I put my surface area over my weight, which is in pounds, and I know that my smaller gonza is 41.25 pi and that's about 1.1 pounds. That's equal to my larger ganza, which is 149.875 over the unknown amount of pounds. And I'm going to put the pi in there, but really, you know, when you start cross-canceling, the pi's just cancel each other out. So I'm kind of just going to get rid of them anyways and do the math. Cross multiply, set up your proportion, and here we go, 41.125. Sorry, there should be a 1 right here and a 1 right there. X is equal to 1.1 times this is 164.8625. Divide both sides by X. X is about, you get 4.00 something something something, so X is about 4. So the larger ganza is about 4 pounds. Okay, so again, small ganza, large ganza. In terms of pi, you just set up the proportion. Go back and look at the notes in the videos from this lesson, and there's an example just like this, one that I did and one that Big Ideas did. Okay, I hope that helps. And again, this is your answer to part B, about 4 pounds.